Hey guys, what's up? This is Eric with Verse Design, and I'm bringing you episode 3 of my Let's Renovate an Apartment Modern Loft series. And so, yeah, if you've been following up until this point, this is where we left off last episode. And I wanted to focus a little bit on the exterior for this episode, but I wanted to do the upstairs primarily. So we do like a few minor things on the exterior, kind of get like the I don't know, just like an outside space, kind of an idea of what we want. But we don't do anything definitive yet, at least in this episode. Most of our efforts, like I said, are focused upstairs, and we do the bedroom and the upstairs bedroom and the bathroom upstairs as well. So, and this was one request that I got on YouTube, was to use the Into the Future smaller cabinets, and I had originally intended to, and I kind of just didn't. I don't really know why. I really wanted to, so I came back in and used them and kind of made like an interesting mix of the two different types of cabinets, and I think it ended up looking pretty good, but this is not what we end up keeping. That's pretty similar, but yeah. And yeah, so for this episode, like I said, I really wanted to focus on the bedroom because I had like a spark of like inspiration when I was doing episode 2, and I had an idea for the bedroom and something that I really like, a style I don't often do. So I don't know, this is really cool because it's challenging me to do a style that's I mean, it's a style I like, but it's one that I don't do very often. So it's I don't know, it's cool. I'm really digging this series. So yeah, I hope you are too. And yeah, so right here we are putting these wine racks above the, I don't really honestly know what that little orange wooden door thing is, but the other thing is the the alarm for the house. And yeah, so we put the wine rack above the refrigerator, and I thought it looked like it was like on top of the refrigerator, which I thought was pretty cool. So we leave that there, and that kind of rounds out the kitchen, where there are the three smaller Into the Future wall cabinets. I put more pots and pans, so it looks like there's a collection of pots and pans hanging like right above the stove and above the counters. So yeah, that's kind of like the finishing touches that we do downstairs. And then we move upstairs and, like I said, focus up there. And yeah, so one thing I really wanted to mention in this episode was I've gotten some really good recommendations, but I don't know exactly where to put a laundry. I want to put a laundry area in the apartment, but it didn't occur to me that I wanted to do that until after I was like basically already done with the downstairs. So I kind of want to fit one downstairs, but I'm not sure how. I'm open to moving stuff around to fit a laundry downstairs, but at this point I don't really have any like inspiration to go off of. I don't know where I could fit one. So leave below in the comments if you have any recommendations for that. And yeah, so I had the cement pillar in the middle of the spiral staircase, and I kind of wanted to bring in a couple more of them just so it doesn't look like one pillar, like maybe two, or I think three might be a little too many, but I think we'll do two cement pillars downstairs. And yeah, this is what I was talking about anyway. This is like the part of the outdoors that's going to be a garden, and I want to make my dog, for, like I said, I think I said that in episode 2, I want to make my dog and move him in with me in the apartment. So yeah, I wanted like an outdoor area for like a dog to like play in and stuff. So that's what that is. And it's also going to have like seating and stuff like that. Yeah, here, this got really weird for a second. I tried putting in a pool. It didn't work. I put place freezes on to place a pool. Didn't work. And then I put move objects and placed a blueprint, because that's how you put pools over water. If you didn't know that, that's how you do that. But yeah, and then it made this like 100,000 foot tall pool. Like, it was so crazy. I'm sure people have tried to put pools on balconies like that before and had it do that, but it had never done that to me, and it was nuts. But anyway, yeah, I wanted a pool out here. I thought that would be so cool to have like a small lap pool outside, but I don't know. I don't think it works like that. So yeah, here we are like finding space for the bathroom upstairs, and we end up doing some like small things. Yeah, I like rotate the staircase so we can make better use of the space upstairs. So yeah, that is the space for the bathroom. It's not a huge bathroom, but it's what we could fit in the space upstairs, and I like it. I think it looks good. and it gives me this like closet space on the side. That's what I wanted, was to like create a little cubby while I was drawing the walls for the bathroom. And I thought that would be cool to be a laundry, but I just think it's so weird that it's upstairs and like in your bedroom. But I don't know. Leave below in the comments if you think that is like strange or not, or if I'm the only one. I don't know. But I think it looks a little bit weird in that corner, so we actually end up making that the walk-in. And yeah, I think it functions as a space better as a walk-in closet. But like I said, just leave in the comments below. And so yeah, the upstairs ended up actually a pretty generous space for me to make the master bedroom. Well, it's really the only bedroom, but for me to do like, I don't know, I just thought it was going to turn out a lot smaller. I thought I wasn't going to have this much room upstairs, and because I want you get a lot of like wasted space, I guess, when you make lofts, because off the side there's the two, like the double height walls with the exposed brick, and I could easily extend the upstairs and make like 2 or 3 bedrooms if I didn't have that double height space. So it's like 25% of the apartment is kind of like wasted by me not putting anything there. So I really thought the upstairs was going to turn out much smaller, but it actually turns out really like a livable space, a decent size. And so I'm putting a fence here, and the one that I had, I just didn't like so much. It was tall. That's what I wanted, like a tall fence that looked like it was like hip height. But I don't know. I end up like nixing that idea, and I don't even remember which one we used necessarily. I think I forgot which fence we used, but yeah, it's not really that big of a deal. We end up fitting up here like a lot of furniture actually. I wanted it to look very filled on the top floor. I wanted there to be a lot of furniture and just look really like well decorated upstairs. So we do the bed, obviously, like a queen bed. There's the whole walk-in wardrobe. There's a sitting area. There's like 2 dressers. It's just, there's a lot of stuff up here, and I was really excited that I could fit that much stuff up here. I thought it was going to be substantially smaller. And yeah, so that ends up being like the basic shape, and I think I make it light blue, not that like same green color that I used downstairs, just because I didn't want to use the same color necessarily. And yeah, that is the dresser that we end up using, the one that's red and wood colored right now. But we end up making it, yeah, I think right here, black and white. It looks like a cabinet that I saw on IKEA's website. So I went ahead and kind of like duplicated the color scheme. So it's like all white with black doors on it. And I think it looks really nice, but I wanted to incorporate it behind the bed. I don't know if you've ever seen like a bedroom set up that way, but I saw it online where it was like a loft, and the bed was like not against the wall. It was kind of like free floating, and behind it was like the dresser smushed up against the headboard. So I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool. So that's the vibe we go for upstairs. Yeah, the more that I'm like doing this video and getting really stuck into the series, I really think that I want to do an LP of this apartment, but I don't want to do it in Bridgeport. I've played in Bridgeport before, and over the last couple of months, I have gotten a number of new expansion packs and stuff, so I think I want to use one of the new worlds, like Starlight Shores. Yeah, that's the one from that's the one from Showtime that I couldn't remember in the last episode. Someone just a few minutes ago on my YouTube channel wrote that and said it's called Starlight Shores, and for some reason I wanted to say Sunlit Tides, and I know that's like the other world. That's one too. So I don't know. I was just mixing them up. So yeah, here we end up putting this. Well, I wanted to use the diesel bed. I want to use a lot of stuff from the diesel pack, but I don't know. I don't love the style of the diesel stuff. I like it, but I think there's also a lot of other good content, especially in the packs that I just got. So I'm just trying to use stuff that's like new, stuff that I'm not using in all of my builds, and just try new things. And I love that bed. It is so cool. I would love a bed like that. The bottom of it, where like the mattress rests, is really squared off and modern and simple. And the headboard is this like rustic, like reclaimed wood. And it is so cool. Like, it is just like the coolest bed. So I end up putting that one in here with a cool like blue pattern. on the duvet, and then I end up putting like I think it's like a fur rug or something like that. I can't remember what pack it's from, possibly Showtime. But I end up putting that underneath the bed with a few more items, and it looks awesome. I love the upstairs so far. And yeah, so I think I will totally come back in, and the more I'm like looking at this, I think I'm probably just gonna put the laundry in that space in the bedroom. I think I can make it like a laundry with like storage for clothes. So that's probably what we'll do. It seems most realistic and most feasible for this build anyway. And yeah, I put in another one of those room dividers just so it has a little bit of privacy in case you change inside there. And I also extend that exposed brick across the back of the walk-in, and then I put it in the bathroom as well. But like you just saw, we took it away. But actually, at the end of the video, we do end up having exposed brick in the bathroom. And you can love that or you can hate it. I know some people don't like exposed brick in bathrooms, but I've seen it before, like in person, and I think it's awesome. So I end up, putting exposed brick in the bathroom. And so yeah, that's what I meant with the bed and the dresser, how they're set up right now. And I don't know, it makes for a cool arrangement in the room. There's a nice flow from where the stairs put you on the top floor and the direction your Sims would walk. You can either go to the bathroom door or into the bedroom. And I don't know, it's just got a nice flow to it, and that's what I was trying to do, especially if I'm going to be playing this house. But yeah, and one thing I'm unsure about in the spiral staircase, like I showed, if you follow me on Twitter, you saw my teaser picture, and if you saw episode 2, you just saw it in episode 2. I put the pillar through that little spiral staircase, and I think it looks sweet, but I don't know if I should put another pillar on the second floor from like right there behind the bed. So it's like a 2-story cement pillar. I don't know. I will probably try that in episode 4. I don't know if it'll stick, but I don't know. There's a lot of things that I want to do in episode 4 and try out and do small little tweaks. So yeah, if you have any recommendations for that, obviously leave them below in the comments. And yeah, here I am just choosing small details like wall art and stuff. We end up using 2 of those snake skins on the wall behind the staircase, I believe. I'm not exactly sure what to do by the way of decorations for the walls, just because I'm shooting for not necessarily like a minimalist build, but like simple. And it's not a minimalist build. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of decoration, but I'm shooting for like really simple. And a lot of the artwork in this game is not simple. Like the supernatural content, there are a ton of paintings, and it was a great builder's pack, but I don't know, a lot of it just looks really like ornate and just not the style that I want to do for the loft. I would love to do like a supernatural themed house. That would be awesome, but that is not this build. So I am just like trying to find more like simple looking pieces for this build, and so far I use those together. I think they look kind of like playful when you use them stacked like that. And then I use like I said, the snake skins on the other wall. And yeah, momentarily here we start doing like the bed area. That is so far one of my favorite areas in the apartment. It's basically done, actually. We end up putting like a rug and a lamp in, but it just looks like I said, once I realized this was like an apartment I would love to live in, I just really went for it and just made it like my dream apartment. So yeah. And yeah, I'm just adding like small decorations in the walk-in, adding lights and stuff like that. One thing I'm trying to do more of in my games is add realistic lights. So like in that room, or it's not a room, I guess, in the walk-in, you would have probably like a light bulb with a pull string because it's like a closet. I don't know. Just things like that, trying to add more appropriate details to the house, or apartment rather. And yeah, so there's that room divider, and on the other side of it, there's a mirror in case you change in the walk-in. And I don't know, so far I've play tested most of the house. After this episode, I went in and played for like 2 Sims days. So I don't know, just like a few minutes, and kind of just like moved my Sim around just to see if like the kitchen was totally functional, and the living room and the office area have a lot of move objects. So I was just making sure that all of that was kosher, that it wasn't going to give me any issues. And so far, there's none. Well, there was one actually in the shower in the the master bathroom rather. It was giving me some issues, so we actually go ahead and switch it up. And at the end of this episode, it's like one way, but I change it. So in episode 4, you'll see the way that the shower actually is, the way that I had to change it so it functioned. And I think it actually ended up looking a lot cooler. But anyway, this is the bedroom that we're doing right here. And I think that's all the pieces that we end up putting, but it's just like so ideal. Like you can love or hate the style of this apartment, but wow, I love it. I would absolutely love to live in an apartment like this. And yeah, so there's this big space over on the other side of the bedroom, and I didn't know what to put there. And as I'm recording this, and like when I was recording commentary earlier, I thought, I could really put the office right there, but I don't know, it would have very little privacy, and not that it really does in the living room, but it would just be open everywhere. And like I said in episode 2, I'm not the biggest fan of putting like your workspace where you sleep. That just seems really counterproductive to me. So I don't know. I think we'll keep the office downstairs. But we may in episode 4 come in and like just play around and move the office up here and see what it looks like and stuff. Just because I'm not in love with this seating area, it's all right, but it's really kind of nothing special. And yeah, so soon we finish up this little seating area and then we move into the bathroom. And the bathroom took quite a bit of time at the end of this video. There was a lot of troubles for me in the bathroom. It was an odd shape, and I really had to make the shape of the bathroom dependent on a lot of things. I wanted the stairs to be like really accessible in the room. So like the shape of the bathroom was determined based on where the stairs were, and it was also determined on creating that little cubby on the side of it for the closet. So the bathroom kind of just like took second seat, I guess. And I don't know. It ends up a really odd shape, but it allows me to like add a shower. I don't want to say shower stall. It's like a shower room. It's floor to ceiling tile in the bathroom. And yeah, I used the shower from the store. I think It's Not Gross public shower. It came with a pack. I can't remember which one it is. Yeah, I wish I knew which one it was, but yeah, I end up using that, and I'll link that in the description and of the final video with the download. And when I host it on the Exchange, you'll be able to see as well. So yeah, I think that's the only store content that we use. I end up using custom content, like I said, in my sim. If you watched my Let's Create a Sim, there's custom content for my sim, but there's none in the actual apartment itself. And yeah, so here we are finally starting on the master bathroom. I think bathrooms are probably my least favorite room to decorate in The Sims. So if you've been watching my Island Paradise series, I have straight up been ignoring all of the bathrooms. I've done like 2 or 3 bedrooms in that series in this huge house, and I've done like 2 living rooms, I've done offices, like I said, bedrooms and stuff, but like I have totally ignored all of the bathrooms, and it's the same for this series too. So I come in and finish 1 bathroom, and so that finishes off the entire upstairs at this episode. The entire upstairs is totally finished. So we're going to move downstairs in episode 4, and I think episode 4 will probably be the last episode. I will do the downstairs bathroom, and then a small like changing things around, seeing if there's like different arrangements that I like, and I will also do the balcony rather. So I will have the garden, the downstairs bathroom, and like the hot tub area, I'm thinking. So there's really not that much left to do in this apartment, and once I'm done with it, I will pick back up and start doing my Island Retreat series. I've had a couple people ask me when the Island Retreat series is coming back, and I just got really taken by this series. So once I started it, I got really into it. I didn't really want to go back to Island Retreat right away. I did almost 10 episodes of Island Retreat right away, so I'm a little bit burned out on it. It's such a huge project, and I think I'm going to intermittently throw in things like this, like my Let's Renovate an Apartment series. And I don't know. That was one other thing I wanted to mention. I'm going to make a video and post it after this one. So I will have episode 3 up, this one, and then I will have a poll video. So I'm going to create a survey online and link it in the description of that video. And I want everyone to vote on what series they'd like to see, because I have a few ideas. I have like 4 or 5 ideas for my next series, but I'm really stuck. So I'm going to go ahead and make all of the, I'm going to like compile a list of all of the options, create a survey, and then I'm going to make a video outlining all of my different ideas, and I'm going to have like all of my viewers vote on it. I think that would be super cool. It would help me decide. I mean, I think it would be cool because you get to vote, and it would help me decide on which series to do. So everyone gets to have fun. I get some decision because I'm terrible at making decisions. So yeah, I will have that video up hopefully like probably 24 hours after this one goes up. And so yeah, this is like, okay, back to the build. This is the bathroom, and like I said, the shower room is all tile from floor to ceiling, and I'm trying out like different ways to incorporate a shower room into this bathroom because I really like the idea, but like I said, it makes this room a really weird shape because there's 2 doors and I need to put like a fair amount of stuff in the bathroom still. So it doesn't turn out the most luxurious bathroom at all. Actually think the downstairs bathroom will probably be nicer, but I mean, we did what we could. We may even come back in and edit, but for now, I think that the master bathroom is probably finished. We're probably not going to change much. And yeah, so soon we bring in the exposed brick on that back wall, just so it is like faithful to the build. It really is exposed brick across that whole wall, except where it was renovated to put in the shower room. So that kind of helps me make design features. It brings in like a nice accent wall for me to work with and brings in like more color, and I don't know. It was just a overall good idea, I think, to bring the exposed brick through the bathroom. And yeah, that does not look good. Like you can see, I was really having some troubles deciding what to do in this master bathroom. It was probably the most problematic room for me so far for this entire build rather. So I don't know. But once we finish it, I really like what we do. We do, like I said, the exposed brick, and then we end up bringing in that same like robin's egg color from the closet. And I think that the blue from the paint and then the orange and the red from the exposed brick really like play nicely together in the bathroom. So I don't know. I end up really liking this bathroom, actually. It was worth the amount of effort I put into it. And yeah, so I had never used that little thing before. I'm still not sure what it is. It's like a little bathroom organizer. And I thought that was awesome. Like I said, I've gotten a lot of new content over the past like few weeks. So I am like kind of amazed when I find like cool new little things, and especially like that. Like that looks awesome in this bathroom. I love it. And so anyway, that is the sink that we end up using, and we end up flipping it to the wall that gets the exposed brick, I think, because I think that the metal from the mirror that we end up changing it to a mirror texture, and the white from the sink, the porcelain, look really cool against the brick. And it's just like a cool mix of textures, so I end up putting all of that on one wall to really like highlight the textures. And yeah, we end up changing that god-awful green color. Yeah, we make it that blue. That is much better. And we end up adding just like a small divider wall, but it makes all the difference. It sections off the bathroom and gives the private spaces a little bit more privacy and just kind of like shapes the room up a little bit better. And like I said, I've play tested all of this, and so far it's working without any problems, but yeah, I will thoroughly play test it all before I release it just to make sure that it is playable. And yeah, so this is basically the last room that we do. Well, it is the last room that we do in this build, or in this episode, rather. Sorry. This is the last room that we do in this episode. And yeah, in next episode, like I said, we will focus on the outside and the bathroom. And in the description of the 4th episode, you're going to get all of the links for all of this stuff. I'll link the custom content jeans that my sim is wearing. I'll link the download for my sim. I know I said I was thinking about not releasing my sim, but I will. I'll put it up. It's part of the build. So I will have it, and people can play as me if they want or not, because that's weird, but it'll be in the download anyway. The download link for the apartment, obviously, and for any other store content or any other necessary links for me to put in the description, I certainly will. And you know what, guys? That is like coming up on the end of the video. I want to thank you for tuning in to episode 3. Like I said, be on the lookout for my survey episode because I really want some input on my next series. So please be on the lookout for that and vote in the survey and help me decide because I'm totally indecisive. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will catch you in episode 4.